Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hope naweza nisikia. Anyway, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh shit, ini niko wapi? Oh, yoi, kontafuta. So, decide leo just give you like a background of where the whole Mr. Serengeti journey started. And I feel it's time. It's time. You all know why I started calling myself Mr. Serengeti. And it's quite a simple story. Serious story mingi sana. So far, thank you guys for interacting with my videos, and I really appreciate you guys coming back to my videos, following, sharing my stories, reposting, commenting. I love that. From TikTok to Instagram to YouTube, we've grown. I think, yeah, it's been a good journey. But here is the story of Mr. Serengeti. So, I've always wanted to start content creation from, I think, 2022, 2023. And I didn't just start from, like I didn't know what to do, basically. Sikuwa najua nini exactly nitaanza. I didn't know where to start, how to start it, how to do it. I was still camera shy, bado nilikuwa naogopa makamera sana. So what I did was, I was like, okay, I need to find an identity or a name, because I wasn't going to call myself my ID name or how I used to call myself before, because that identity doesn't resonate with me anymore. So nikasema, I need to find a new identity, a new name, a new way on how people are going to call me. And I settled on one name, Mr. Serengeti. And the first idea that I had for me calling myself Mr. Serengeti, which I will explain, back then I used to I wanted to do a lot of things in adventure, traveling. I used to travel sometime during that period. So nikasema, why not start like an African guy who is traveling to all these countries and all that, and just document my entire journey. And ikafika point niko like, yeah, maybe that one is going to work. So nikasema, let me start choosing names. Nikajaribu kutafuta majina, sikumbuki majina nilikuwa na, but hizo majina zilikuwa tu funny, like hazikuwa zina resonate na mimi kabisa. So when I came about Serengeti, niko like, Serengeti, the Serengeti guy. Niko like, the boy Mr. Serengeti. Niko like, yeah, let me play around with it. And then I settled with Mr. Serengeti. And ikabaki hapo. I think nilipenda hiyo jina sana. So nikasema, I'm going to start. Remember that was 2023. I'm going to start. 2023, July ikafika, bado I'm going to start. Ikafika 2024, nikasema bado I'm going to start. And I contemplated for almost like 2 years without doing anything, any kind of content. Maki was still traveling during your time, but I wasn't documenting, I wasn't like vlogging, I wasn't sharing content per se. So nikasema, you know what? Ikafika 2024. 2024 bado sikuwa nimeanza content. So nilikuwa nimeanza like ile tu kupost, lakini bado nilikuwa naona ile design yenye una feel cringe. Like mbona nijipost kila wakati, ama mbona ni share video. So the only place I could be able to share it is on stories, of which nilikuwa najua stories 24 hours ina post inaisha. So hivyo nikaanza kupost kwa stories nini, and people are actually engaging with my stories, and most of them were actually my followers. So haikuwa ina nyingi sana. I wasn't reaching new audience as that much. And then I had put my account as private. Sijara nilikuwa nataka kuanza aje content na account yangu iko private. So what I decided was, let me open a different account where I'm going to be sharing all these things, maybe kwa feed sasa, and let's see how it's gonna be. I opened a new account. If you notice, I have like 2 accounts. Nikaanza kupost hapo hivyo, but bado niko like, mbona nina post kwa account ingine na bado hii account ingine ni yangu? So whoever I'm hiding from will still see me from hii account ingine, I wasn't hiding from anyone anyway. Ni vile tulikuwa na feel hiyo cringiness. So I was like, let me create another, inaitangwa aje? Inaitangwa aje? Like when you have two characters. Nimesahau hiyo jina. But kuna kuwaga na kajina fulani. So that's how nikasema, okay, let me just try to juggle on it. So nikakuja nikarealize I'm not actively doing it. And then nikafika 2024, 2025, nikarudi nikakuwa single. We. Actually niumanga tu, ni vile tu sikuwa najuanga ili niuma. So I didn't know how to cope with it. So nikaanza kusema, nitakuja nianze ku create content about relationships. Because, you know, I don't know, these Instagram things, whenever you're in different particular situations, they always tend to bring you content based on that. So mimi nilikuwa nalitoka tu nini za kuachwa, kuachana, stories za relationships after mmeachana. So it was just about around that algorithm. It was very toxic. Also, karibu ni kwa toxic. So ikafika 2025. Imagine 2025 December is when I said, you know what? Come mbaya. Come mbaya. Let it be cringe. Acha tu ikwe cringe. So ile design, like you're recording yourself, alafu unasikia sauti yako like, huyu ni nani anaongea hivi vibaya. So that was me when I was starting off. So I sat down with one of my friends, my best friend actually, kamwambia, this is how I wanted to do it, this is what I want to do. And he advised me, hey, you go for it. We jaribu, kwani iko nini? We jaribu, tutakusupport. So shout out to that friend of mine, anajijua. So nikaanza, it was about relationships. Niko like, these are the things that I started learning from 2025. If you're in a relationship, because you know, in my entire 2024 nimekuwa single. Actually my entire 2025 nilikuwa single, so I was just learning. I was dating, I was trying to date, and I was exploring. So nilikuwa nasema tu, okay, these are the things that was my first video, I guess. These are the things that I've learned, or if you want to date, or these are the things that I learned in 2025 as a person who was trying to date. And I think I shared that video at some point. It was cringe for me. It was really cringe. Nilikuwa hata sikuwa nataka kusikia hata mtu akisikiza. Nilikuwa nataka tu utasikia uko mbali. So it went well. During your time, I think nilikuwa nimetravel. Then I came back to Kenya. Niko like, let me continue. Then I started like Valentine's Day, sijui nini blah blah blah. Pia hiyo iko ina resonate. Unajua, the thing is, this content about relationship doesn't actually resonate with me at all. And the good thing is, I was just trying to discover. I was just trying to like see hii content inakuanga aje. I was trying to explore. Mimi sikuwa najua niche yangu, so I was just trying, and that is I think the best thing that actually happened for me. And after hapo nika drop video ya kwanza, video ya pili hazikuwa zinanibamba sana. Alafu nikachana na hiyo, nikasema, you know, initially, as you remember when I told you, the reason why I wanted to start Mr. Serengeti, or even where the name came from, was I wanted to do adventurous stuff. Going to see wild animals, going to Masai Mara, going to go those hidden gems that are just adventurous, because I'm an active person. I love doing activities. Traveling, nikasema, let me start. So that's when I started now going to like Giraffe Centre. I just wanted to put it in a way, in my own perspective, like as a Kenyan person, these are the hidden gems that Africa has, because I wanted to do like the whole of Africa. You remember during your time, Joe, watu walikuwa wanapigana, there was war during like the beginning of the year. So I was like, I'm not going to travel outside Africa, I'm going to travel within Africa. And then during your time, naangalia flights za Zanzibar, like kwenda Zanzibar ni almost like 50,000 with flight. Kama sijui ilikuwa pesa. I think it was so pricey. Like ilikuwa inanibo. Ilinibo, like your story ilinibo by the way. But then mbona nini zinakuwa very expensive. Like traveling within Africa. Bado hiyo kitu inaniumanga sana. Inanikasirishanga. Because why do I have to go to Zanzibar with just flight peke yake ni 40 50,000? Why do I need to go kama nataka kuna Johannesburg ama Cape Town? Why do I have to pay like 150k? That's absurd. That's absurd money. And mimi nikitaka kuchukua flight ya kutoka hapa hadi China, it's even hiyo sidhani hata kama 150 itafika. Ama nikitaka kwenda hadi Dubai, hata sidhani hata 100,000 itakuwa imefika. But I just feel it's so expensive to travel within Africa. Anyway, cut story short. So I did one of those video and it really did good. Ikanipatia motivation. Nikakuwa motivated. Nikaona okay, I'm tapping a new line of audience and people are resonating. Walinipatia some few ideas, but I'm not going to go into details with that. So after hapo nikijaribu kutafuta adventurous places to go, nikona, I work from home and when I'm working, I usually don't like just like stakangi kutoka toka. I would stay actually in my house for almost like an entire week. Sijatoka because I have like a guy mwenye anaweza niletea vitu zinataka kutoka, kama ni shopping, kama ni nini, I can literally just order and italetwa kwa nyumba. So mi utokanga only when it's necessary. And sometimes mi utoka nje kutouch grass. Kutouch grass ni muhimu. So stokangi basically from the vicinity of our place. So like nilikuwa naona hiyo it's not viable and I didn't have a car. I still don't have a car up to now. That is one of the reasons hata stakangi ku even get a car. So nikona it's just tiresome kushinda nimetoka nimetravel and I'm working, so siwezi tutoka tu anytime. So what I decided was let me try to find something else that I can just do from home. And one day I sat down, niko like, what kind of content can I actually do? Nikakuja nikaangalia, there were just different niches. Sijui nilikuwa nataka kujaribu kufanya nini zingine. Yes, I tried cooking. By the way ni mnoma kupika siku hizi. Nikajaribu kupika cause hiyo ni kitu nafanyanga kwa nyumba and I loved cooking. Siku hizi napendanga kupika sana and it became a hobby. So I started cooking. Nini nikaanza kidogo kidogo na jaribu ma dishes sijai and they turn out okay. I love my food kabisa. Hata pia niko sure tu wameonja chakula yangu wanapenda. So after hapo niko na unajua edit video ya kupika ni kazi. Cause Makiu, I have to cook at the same time, I also have to record, sijui ni set, sijui camera wapi. It was just so much work. And I think I wasn't just ready for it. Like I wasn't doing it consistently because I felt it was so much work. Ama kuna time mwenye utasahau kurecord part flani, okay, nishakatakata vitunguu ama nimeka I would miss a step that is very critical for the video, and then I would not do that video entirely because I just missed that one section. So it was like I wasn't doing it consistently, but I loved that entire journey from hapo. By then nilitoa private, niliacha kwa cringe, hata siku iko lazima ni post kwa ile account yangu nyingine. So I was just cross posting in all the like accounts, pia TikTok, pia hizi zote. So this time I'm just trying, like I wasn't doing it consistently, but I was just trying 1, 2 and 3 things because I think at this point nilikuwa najaribu kutafuta what actually works for me, what is going to work for me as a content creator. And then at some point there was this AI wave in it was just like coming every week. Unasikia tu sijui Claude wamerelease sijui nini, hii siku ingine unasikia ChatGPT wamerelease sijui hiyo nyote walikuwa na releasing hizi ma codex, hiyo nyote walikuwa na release hizi ma VLLM ima nini zetu aje video editing tools, like a lot of things were just being released every now and then. So nikaona okay, let me see that journey, but I wanted to position myself very differently because I didn't want just to become like another AI content creator. I wanted to like narrow it down to a place whereby, because I'm not an expert, I usually try to say this even to my friends, mimi si expert wa AI, but I have enough idea of how to use AI, how to use what systems, how to use what AI tools. I have that idea, but I'm not a teacher. Like siwezi kuja nianze kuonyesha, okay, this is how you do this. I think I can at this point because your cringiness imeisha, I have the confidence now even to do this blog. It took me like almost 7 months, which I couldn't be doing this like 7 months ago. So there was one thing that stood out to me during your period. There was an event for AI, everything, and JITEX. I've gone to JITEX, I think, twice when I was in Dubai. It was an amazing experience for me. I was still young your time, so I didn't know so much. Sikuwa na idea mingi sana, but I used to go to the events, and it was good. So I saw that this thing is coming to Kenya, and let me do this video and just enlighten people on it's coming. This is what are the things that are going to be happening. These are the things that are going to maybe outcome. If you haven't registered, this is how you're going to register it. It was a very, 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 very simple video that I just wanted to do. And I did that one video. Sijui kama ndio ilikuwanga like my first video, wacha ni confirm. Because it was one of the videos that actually blew up and made me realize that, okay, I've touched a niche, I've touched a place where I can be able to share like these stories. I can be able to share, like I can be able to now relate with a lot of people because it blew up on TikTok, it blew up also on IG. It was shared across very many places. Let me see if it was the first video. Ndio niwaambie. Okay, that was not the first video. The first video was on the ChatGPT statistics. You remember I was trying to find like all these the news stories about AI happening, all these updates, all this tech that is updating, all these AI tools. Sijui ChatGPT release, sijui another version, and all that. As much as I wanted to do that kind of line of video, I was trying to put it in a different way. It's not generic like what every other person is doing. So I started first by giving studying the foundation. I started like saying, okay, these are the how many people are actually using AI in Kenya right now, and the numbers were crazy. Hata mimi ilinishtua kwa hata mimi sikuwa najua. So I did some research, found all those statistics, and I did a video. It was very an innocent video. Nika shoot. I think it was just actually in this room. I did it very like just turned on the camera na nikaanza kuido. Nikaifanya ikakuwa sawa. Ikuenda sana but ilikuwa tu sawa. I felt now I think I've touched a particular niche. Then I started looking for all these areas where the AI is involved and also African or Kenyans are involved. So nikapata hapo hivyo nikaendelea. I did the second video, I did the third video, and then my fourth video now was the video on the what do you call it? The JITEX event, the JITEX Kenya event, which really did well. It actually right now it's 300k views. It did well for me. It really did well. I now understood what I need to do, and now I started positioning myself as an AI and tech person in that particular space, but now positioning myself as like an African first, like putting in a way that African can be able to understand, or how is this update on AI and tech, how is these things that are being done on the Western world or wherever in China, or these updates, how is it affecting us as Africans as we continue doing our day-to-day jobs? Because unakuja una realize like during your time job, like people were getting fired because of AI. So it was a huge wave. Now bado Kenya, people are not being fired because of AI. So I also thought it is something I would enlighten people. So it did well. It eventually like now gave me like an entire idea. So how I position now myself was I'm an African. I'm covering stories on AI and tech and how they are reshaping Africa and the world, because I didn't just want to position myself as a Kenyan content creator. I wanted to put myself as an African content creator who is giving you stories about AI, tech, startups, innovations, technology that are like being innovated, African startups that are doing amazing stuff, and most people don't actually know that they are actually existing, and position them and tell you exactly what they do in a very simple way, in a way that all of you can be able to understand. And that's how I started, and it has done good. I think that's where the whole journey has started. I think your time, my Instagram had, I think, when I started, my Instagram had like, I think 600 followers. Now we are amounting to, I think, 2,800. Let me check. Man, it keeps ranking up every time. But sometimes me shinda keep up. Now I have 2,800 followers on Instagram. On TikTok, I have 15,000 followers. That was from, I think 8,000 when I started. Good numbers. For me, that is good number, good progress. Everything is organic. I have no paid partnership. Kianza kunilipa itakuwa fit. But this sijanini bado sijaanza kumonetize anything. So I'm still doing it for fun. I'm still doing it for whenever I have time, because hata saizi I'm still working. Vile tu niko lunch break ndio maana nimeshoot video. So usually whenever I have time, I always try to give you some content, giving you some updates on what is happening. On YouTube, please subscribe. I'll really appreciate. Na kuna nini ka QR code kako mahali hapo juu, ama sijui ni hapa. I think taiweka hapa. Scan your QR, piga hiyo scan, nitumie kasoda. It will just help me at least ni replenish juo. Well, I continue just doing all this stuff for you guys. And I don't know, it's still, I think, the 7th month, I guess, since I started content. And I have different targets. I usually have different targets every month. I think nimefikisha, bado sijafikisha, nafaa kufikisha, leo tuko July 28th. Nilikuwa nafaa kufikisha 3,000 followers by the end of July. I'm still at 28. I need like 200 more, which sitakai kujipea pressure sana. Just, it's one day at a time, one goal after the other, and things are just going to like rack up. Because when I think 3 months ago, when I reached my 1,000 followers, I was like saying, nataka by the end of the year nifike, ama nilikuwa nimesema I think by August, actually by the end of the year nilikuwa nasema nataka nifike 3,000 followers, but it's getting there before even the time, and it's really nice. It gives me motivation that I'm actually doing something that is really impactful. And I think on IG nimesema niko na 28, nataka nifike 3K by the end of this month, na nataka nifike 5,000 by the end of the year. Let's see how it's gonna go. So sitaki kujipea pressure mingi, but you guys do your thing. Feel free, mkitaka kunifikisha hapo hivyo, I'll be glad. Nitafurahi. On TikTok I'm at now 15,000. Sikuwa na anticipate nitafika 15,000 by hii time. Nilikuwa nasema by December nitakuwa nafika hiyo 10,000 on my TikTok. But look, we are at 15,000. So let's see if we can be able to get at, maybe let's say tuko 15,000, tuongeze kama tuseme 20,000, tuseme 30,000 followers. Let's just add another 15,000 by the end of the year. Mimi nitakuwa tu sawa. I'll be just okay. On Instagram, on YouTube, subscribe. I'm currently, I think, at 315. Chaniangalie. 315. Yeah, 315 follower subscribers. Nikifika by the end of the year, nikifika 500, I'll be okay. Missing a pressure, I'll be okay. Nikifika 500,000. So follow. And yeah, this is where Mr. Serengeti is at currently, and I'm really glad of where I've come from. It's a nice journey. Let's see where we head. Let's see how many good stuff I'm going to do. I'm planning to do different vlogs. Sijachana na story ya traveling na adventure. Bado hiyo pia nitakuwa nawapatia, because I'm a fun guy. I love having fun. I love going out, going and having fun, traveling, seeing the world in a different perspective, in an African perspective, just being wowed and being amazed. Because there's just a lot of things that I have experienced from traveling, and it has made me look at things very differently. So I'm also going to be sharing different vlogs of my traveling. I'm also going to be sharing different vlogs of events that I go whenever I go, whether they are tech, whether they are concerts. I'll be sharing them on this platform just for you all to just see. And yeah, so subscribe, and let's see. I'll drop another video maybe probably next week. I'm on next week, but one. We'll see. The journey continues. Cheers.